The Absentia Acro is finally in Path of Titans, and this has came alongside numerous other mods like the Kaprosuchus, which I covered in this video here. Now, that being said, this is Absentia's Acrocanthosaurus. It's now available in the game for you to check out and download via the mod menu. So, let's dive right into it. Firstly, this is the male Absentia Acrocanthosaurus, and this is the female Absentia Acrocanthosaurus. As you can see, the coloration change is basically, it goes a lot duller and a lot more washed out yellows for its oranges and reds and darker yellows. For the subspecies, you've got a Tokensis, which is high-spined with peerless strength. You've got exposed teeth, which is a teeth exposed variant. You can just about see them. Let's see if I can zoom in for you guys. So there it is with the exposed teeth right there. I think you can just about make it out. Then you've got Velocci, which is an apex with an endless appetite. The main difference here is it kind of becomes less bulky, I think. That's the best way to explain it. Yeah, the head changes. The head shape is what changes there. And then you've got Apophis, which is daunting, opposing, and formidable, which is a lot less in its bulk and overall kind of a lot narrower in its overall build. They've got Superius, which is a retro Carnosaur style, has the exposed teeth again. Definitely a really nice variant. I love this one a lot, and I overall love the build of this mod as well. It is a beautiful Carcharodontosaurus, and look at that emote right there. That is really cool. Then you've got Furiosa, which is draconic in its appearance, and oh my god, this thing is incredible. Oh my god, I love the look of that. The spikes, the horns above its eyes, everything. It looks absolutely gorgeous. You've got Carcharis, which is retro based off Carcharodontosaurus, which looks very nice as well. Then you have Maximus, which is higher spine and dermal spikes, which once again, that is incredible. It's kind of like Superius, I think, but just less draconic in a sense. It's still got those massive head spikes, so that is awesome. Then you got Versus, which is scientifically accurate Acrocanthosaurus, which is nice. Absolutus is bringing the bloodshed, and this looks really nice. I love Absolutus as well. Then you got Sahiricus, which is Carcharodontosaurus, scientifically accurate Carcharodontosaurus. And you've got a Novus, which is from Pangean lands, which is another, I would assume, made-up subspecies. Insularis, which is reigning over the island. This thing has so many subspecies, holy moly, and also it has a lot of skins as well. Then you've got Carolini, which is the apex of the south, which is based off of Giganotosaurus, which is really cool. Then we go back. Oh wait, no, we've got another. We've got Dunkeri, which is Europeans' hunchback. I don't know what this one is actually based off, so if anyone can tell me, that'll be really cool to know. And then we go back to the starting Atocanensis, and that is that. That is a lot of subspecies right there. Holy moly, that is easily like the most subspecies in a mod that I've seen so far. However, that theme continues because there are over 25 skins to showcase for you all. And yeah, let's go rattle through these as best as we can. You've got the default skin, and here's the patterns for the default skin. A very nice skin overall. Then you've got the enraged skin, which is also default unlocked as well. I love this. I love this little pattern on the chest. I think it's a really, really lovely skin. Event Horizon, another beautiful skin. There's going to be a theme here with this mod. These skins are absolutely gorgeous. Then you've got Everglade, very nice. You've got Gangplank Gallios. It's like blues and yellows, pretty much. A very nice skin there. Gila, my favorite skin that they've shown so far, based off the Gila monster, which is a really cool little reptile. I think it's a reptile. I might be an idiot there and called it a reptile, but I think it is. Then you've got Loon. Then you have Ossifrage, another fantastically made skin. Beautiful patterns as well. Then you've got Plains. Sunset Hunter, which is more pinks and purples, a beautifully blended together skin. Water Dragon. I love that every single skin so far is vastly different. Another one of my favorite skins, Quagga. There's a theme here. Anything with orange and black is a favorite skin of mine. Anything with orange is a favorite. Then you've got Ocelot. Very beautiful. Urutu. And we've still got so many skins to showcase. Oh my goodness. Champion. Gilded. Alderon Games, which is a really nice skin, very subtle as well with its blendings. You've got the leucistic skin, which is kind of like version's albino skin. You don't have the proper white albino skin that you get on every other dinosaur. This is more faded yellows and beiges. Then you've got the melanistic skin, which also is beautiful. I love how they've done these. They're just, every skin, you can tell a lot of thought has been put into it. Then you've got Desert Coast. And finally, Spirit. Wow. Spirit is another beautiful skin. Definitely one of my favorites. Let me know what skin is your favorite out of this mod, because this thing is insane. But now, let's go in game and showcase off the little baby. So, here I am in game, and this is the baby model Acrocanthosaurus by Absentia. Now, this is absolutely adorable. Look at it. It's got little big eyes. It's got a beautiful little body, and it sounds absolutely adorable as well. But first, it has an attack, a standard bite attack that you get when you are a baby. And a lot of people asked for me to have a test subject when I do my bites and attacks, so I got one. But this is the bite on the baby, and this is how much damage it does to... Oh, it can jump. This is how much damage it does to an iguanodon. As you can see, not much. Here we are with the adult Absentia Acrocanthosaurus, and this thing is absolutely awesome. But there are a lot of attacks and abilities to go through here, and there is a lot to showcase and talk about. So let's get right into them. Firstly, with the head, you get a bite attack, which is standard. It deals medium damage. Then you have a headbutt. This allows you to headbutt your opponent to gain a stack of 8% damage mitigation. Each stack will last 8 seconds unless you stack it again, or else the stack will expire. The maximum amount of stacks that you can have is 5, which racks up to 40%, which is really cool. This cannot be used while you are bone broken. For your sensors, you get 3 sensors to choose from. You got Lone Marauder, which allows your stamina regen rate to increase by 20%, your damage is increased by 5%, your bone break healing is increased by 30% when not in a group. You then have Noble, which armor is increased by 5%, bleed and venom resistance increased by 35%, 30% knockback reduced. Ravager, your attacks cause 35% more bleed, you gain a 5% speed increase as well. Overall, brilliant abilities right there. For the front limb, you get Blood Server, which allows you to claw attack at your opponents, and every time that they are hit, they are applied with a stack of Blood Sever. Blood Sever applies 6% bleed debuff, that makes your opponents more susceptible to bleed that lasts 7 seconds, stacking up to 5 times for a max of 30% at full stacks. They've got Stamina Sever, which allows you to stack debuff on stamina. Stamina Sever will drain your opponent's stamina pool by 10% and last 7 seconds, stacking up to 5 times for a max of 50% at full stacks, which is insane. Speaking of insane, not there just yet. You get 2 abilities. You get Hyper Carnivore and you get Scavenger. You get a 15% stamina regen rate if you're using Scavenger and plus 5% armor rate for Hyper Carnivore. But what is insane is the amount of hides you can choose from. And you can choose 2 hides on your dinosaur at one time, which is interesting. One of them is the State of Texas. Texas Ranger, which is an adrenaline through the roof, increases your armor by 10% and increases bone break resistance by 10%. Then you've got High Spine, which is a standard, increases your bleed on your attacks by 5% and increases your attack damage by 5%. Sauropod Slayer adds 6% attack damage and makes you 20% more resistant to knockback. Resilient Scales gives you thick hide, 30% bleed resistance, 30% venom resistance. Oklahoma Strider, which allows you to increase your acceleration by 10% and your stamina pool by 10% as well. Strong Lungs grants 10% more stamina and 8% faster stamina regeneration. Dense Bones, which allows you 15% bone break resistance, and additionally you get 10% slower food drain. And then finally you get Convalescence, which I've definitely messed up, which allows you to heal 20% faster when out of combat. For the legs, you get Parry, which allows you to parry or block, mitigating incoming damage. While doing this, you additionally gain immunity to incoming grabs, pounces, bone break, bleed, and venom. Then you get Frenzy, which is a stomp 3 times in a row to onslaught enemies nearby you, dealing area of effect each time. And this is actually quite good. You then get 3 voice abilities. You get Roar of the Elders and Welcome to Carnage. We'll start with Welcome to Carnage. This gives your group 18% bleed for 60 seconds. Roar of the Elders allows you to increase the speed of all members in your group by 6% for 30 seconds. Can be stacked up to 2 times. You must be in a group. And then you got Quarterback's Quarry. While channeling, you gain 25% damage reduction. After channeling, you then gain a buff that reduces your cooldowns for the next 30 seconds. After channeling, you'll gain a buff that reduces your cooldowns for the next 30 seconds, which is insane. When you have a look at the bites, this is what it looks like. You've got your bite attack, you've got your slash, you've got your headbutt, and you've got your other ones as well, which I'm not going to showcase at the moment, but you also have a tail attack, and I just hit my friend. That being said, let's now bite my lovely little friend here. There we go. So that's how much damage the bite attack does when you're attacking the hide or the back of a player. Then if you do the claw attack, that's how much it does there as well. And then the headbutt also does knockback but low damage. Then this other one, I believe, is the parry. And that is the parry. And then the tail attack, which I already kind of showcased, we can give that a quick whirl right now. So that's those attacks so far. I can't showcase the group abilities just yet. We're going to showcase them all off at the end. So the other 2 abilities that you get that are, or 3 abilities that are attack based, are Stamina Sever and the Frenzy. Stamina Sever is damage wise like that. If you want to see the animation, this is the animation. And then if you want to showcase Frenzy, this is what Frenzy looks like. We'll just position nicely. And there we have it, everybody. That is the ABSENTIA ACROCANTHOSAURus. Let me know what you think about this dinosaur in the comments down below, because this thing is really, really cool. I love this thing a lot. Like, it's insanely good. A flurry of mods came out the other day, and I'm slowly going to be covering them. Of course, I didn't cover them yesterday when they came out, or in the morning when they came out because I was asleep. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. If you want to check out another video, check out Kaprosuchus' mod showcase here. And yes, that was an early access showcase. It's now out, so it's pretty much the same. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.